Have you heard of Irminsul before? The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it.
So, welcome back to Behind the Map series. Nebla is here once again. Today we're talking about Sumeru and Mausoleum of King Deshret.
Let's get it on!
Sumeru's Archon is Nahida, this girl. But here's the thing, she actually 500 years old and she wasn't always this small, adorable, elf-like figure. She was once known as Greater Lord Rakadowata, and she actually looked like an adult woman. But after she sacrificed half of her power to save Sumeru, she became the Nahida we know today. And unfortunately, the Grand Sage and other Sage of the Academia kept her prisoner. They saw her as nothing more than a puppet. I mean, just watch the trailer. You literally see poor Nahida being dragged away by force by the Grand Sage. And after that video dropped, oh man, the community was furious, like really angry at the Grand Sage, because by that point, Praise had already built such a strong emotional connection with Nahida, they really empathized with her story. Now here's something important to understand. Nahida is also known as the creator of the Akasha terminal. This terminal connects people's minds directly to Nahida's mind. So the head of the Academia, a man named Azar, had a mission. He wanted to use Nahida's wisdom to create a fake god. That was his plan all along. Just watch this video and you will understand.
The Balladeer has already become a god?
No wonder your own people have abandoned you, God of Wisdom. At my command, you shall fall. My endless cycle begins. Your ploy was to sacrifice the traveler here, was it imagined?
Brothers, let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
Wizard, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
Creating a god. We are using human wisdom to create a god. Let us reenact the scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Alright, now about the game, let's talk about my Sumeru map. Here are the most important parts. The environment. Sumeru is the nation of Dendro, and Dendro is all about nature. Trees, forests, huge landscapes, everything in Sumeru is connected to natural vibe. And honestly, that's what inspired me the most while playing this map. I really wanted to capture the feeling of being surrounded by nature. Number 2, the Samsara loop.
This festival was forced to come to an unfortunately abrupt end.
A lot happened today. It's a shame that...
What the was that noise? Hello, beep?
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
So here's a little mechanic I added. When you finish the map, you get teleport back to the start. It gives you this weird deja vu feeling, right? And that's actually a reference to the Sumeru story. In the game, people in Sumeru couldn't dream because of this strange sickness, and it was all linked to the Samsara loop. So this mechanic isn't just there for fun, it's a reminder of how the people of Sumeru were trapped in a loop without even realizing it. The withering zones, you know those areas in Genshin where nature is just dying, yeah? The weathering zones, I wanted to bring that broken dark atmosphere into some parts of my map too, just to give players that same uneasy feeling. Okay, I have to be honest here, one of the biggest things that inspired me while making this map was the music. Seriously, just listen to the version 3.0 soundtrack. The sound, the tension, the mystery, the dramatic drops, it instantly makes you feel like you're in Sumeru. When the music starts playing, you don't just see the forest, you feel it.
Forest. Let's nip that in the bud. It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
You may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need.
Oh, come on!
Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth. Well, ignorant, or are you just living in complete denial?
The world forget. Yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer. And I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized it serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
We've waited a long time for this day to come. Fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia.
Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war. And war serves no one.
Now let's talk about the desert part of Sumeru and of course the Mausoleum of King Deshret. The desert is completely different from the rainforest. No green trees, no large forests, just sand, ruins and mystery. King Deshret was an ancient ruler of Sumeru. He was also known as the god of deserts. Long ago, he had his own civilization, but the civilization disappeared. Now only remains the main. And the biggest ruin is his tomb, the Mausoleum of King Deshret. This place is massive. It's a giant pyramid structure in the middle of the desert. Inside there are puzzles, traps, and ancient mechanisms. The whole area has the mysterious and lost civilization vibe. What makes the desert interesting is the contrast. On side you have the vibrant living rainforest. On the other side you have this dead, silent desert. But both are part of Sumeru, both have their own stories. In my map, I wanted to capture this contrast, the warm and sand, the giant pyramid, the feeling of exploring somewhere ancient and forgotten. It's a completely different atmosphere compared to the rainforest part of Sumeru. When you drive toward the giant pyramid, something interesting happens. A green element suddenly surrounds you, and then you get teleported safely inside the pyramid. This is actually a cutscene from Genshin Impact. In that cutscene, an earthquake happens near the Mausoleum of King Deshret. The ground shakes and everything starts collapsing. But then, Nida saves us. She uses a man's mind to protect us and get us inside safely.
Flame! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Now let's talk about the giant ring golems. These machines are in the desert and some places in Sumeru. They are probably from the Archon War, maybe even older, but one thing is for sure, they add so much mystery and lore to the game. So I wanted to add my own ring golems to the map, but I didn't want to just copy them. I want to make them a little different. I decided to make them hunters. Why? Well, think about it. In Genshin, these golems are enemies, right? In my map, cars are basically the enemies of the hunters, so ruin golems, car enemies. Get it? Something while exploring the map, the whole music is synchronized with the theme. I also mentioned this in the map threads, but here's the thing. The entire map is actually a reference to the Genshin Impact 3.1 trailer in its music. If you don't believe me, here is the proof.
Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Through me, justice is served!
If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Positions! Yeah!
All eyes on me!
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Feelings of desperation are widespread.
Traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
We're cheap labor. Livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Looking back, I feel like I rushed a bit with Sumeru and Mausoleum of King Deshret, not gonna lie. I mean, these maps were made for old school, so I didn't want to add too many objects and keep it simple. But still, I feel like I could have done more. Because I really love Sumeru, but the rainforest and the desert. So I have an idea. I want to create a new Sumeru map, but this time deathmatch modern, for deathmatch modern, or regular, how you put it, with Sumeru rainforest and the desert together.
No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.